guys, it's Mama, and before we get into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know real quick that we have a Minecraft server, and it's been super fun and like really cool to run this thing and see everyone's creations. So if you're interested and you like Minecraft, you should 100% join. Everything you need to like know to be able to join the SMP will be in the Discord, which is linked in the description. So yeah, I hope to see you there.
I never use these apps much, but there is one time that really stands out. It just
You could watch one of the wizards with gun skits. Send it to me.
happened to be from a dating app.
I actually like these because they're animated, so it's easy for me to
time that really stands out. It
watch.
just happened to be from a dating app. I matched with this girl who's really pretty. She's plain and seems to want a simple night out. No tattoos, no urge to party, and doesn't seem to be into drugs. All signs point to a nice, quiet night out. We agree to meet up for dinner and test the waters of conversation. It was your average Americana restaurant. A place I only went to once and probably went out of business later that summer. We take a booth in the back. This girl slides in next to me without any hesitation. Alright, kinda strange, but not the weirdest thing ever. We're having a little small talk.
I mean, if the chairs are like, I guess it is weird. Hello, Rickety Spark. What's up?
Each other's names right when I feel her fingers creep into the palm of my hand. For some reason, I pretend I didn't notice. I mean, surely she's not trying to hold my hand 30 seconds after meeting me. As the waitress comes back
this
to take
is
our
so
drink
awkward.
order, her fingers slide in between mine for the classic hand interlock. This is really happening. It's not the weird part though. Throughout
What
the
is
entire
weird?
meal, she never let go of my hand.
Guys, first date and she holds your hand in 30 seconds after meeting you. What do you do? Is that weird? Answer the question.
She asked me. What? I replied. Come on, your hands are so big. Mine are so little. Can you squeeze them real hard?
I skedaddle. What up now? Hi, Jordani. Hello. How are you? Yeah, no, she's kind of weird.
She went on and on. I obliged because I thought she was being cute. She giggled and wrung my wrist back and forth like we were on a walk or something and not in a packed restaurant.
I mean, if her eyes look like that, I'd say run.
The waitress brought the meal back and still.
But it's not like the worst thing ever, you know? Like maybe she's just like super affectionate. Who knows?
Best to eat with one hand, one utensil.
Oh, that's so awkward. No, you're sitting like next to each other and she's holding your hand, so you have to eat with one. No, that's so weird. Not even like weird because it's the first time they met each other, but like even if you're a couple, you know, like who does that? It's so uncomfortable.
Asked me to squeeze her hand harder and harder.
Bro, just where's this guy's spine? Why doesn't he just say no and let go?
I realized she wasn't being cute. She was just being seriously strange. I saw the other tables looking at us with confused looks, and I realized my
This animation style is kind of making it more horrifying. Like, what's wrong with the waitress's mouth? Why is it upside down? Oh my god, it's upside down. Look at the teeth, guys. No, am I stupid? I might be stupid. Hold on. Is it upside down? The animation creeps me out. Yeah, but it adds to it. It's atmospheric. I've been reading a lot of gothic horror books, so I'm into this kind of weird
really hurt someone.
gothic,
squeeze into,
you know, atmospheric vibe.
She insisted. Huh? Was all I could say back. Squeeze harder. Squeeze until you hear my bones pop.
What the hell?
She instructed me. Okay, now I was getting kind of creeped out.
Bro, let go of her hand.
She wanted me to hurt her. Finally, I pulled my hand out of her wiry little grip. What seemed like a for sure safe date turned out to be a total lunatic. I called for the tab while she pleaded for me not to go, and it was all a joke. I didn't understand. I paid the bill, walked out the front door, and never saw that lady again.
I mean, that's not too bad.
Yeah, because I deleted it immediately after. Sometimes,
not
though, I can't
too
help but wonder what
bad.
she was looking for. More importantly, did she find it?
Oh my god, what the hell? Jump scare? What the helly? Okay.
I'm a very outgoing woman, but I'm larger than
I swear. Okay, guys. I swear this was like. Oh,
most men like, so I have a hard time making connections.
is this about the
That
one?
being said, I was on every dating website and app for at least 5 years.
I was gonna say, I feel like, yeah, why is she tweaking the fuck out? Because he didn't want to hold her hand. Realistically, me, when my man refuses to hold my hand, like, what the hell? It's so funny. What the hell's wrong with her? This animation style is
I'm a
so
very outgoing
creepy.
woman, but I'm larger than most men like, so I have a hard time making connections. That being said, I was on every dating website and app for at least 5 years. It was the easiest way to stay current in the dating scene without constantly striking out. Dating people you
Hot take, I can't find, like, I don't understand the appeal of dating apps. Like, I feel like for me, I have to connect with the person, you know? And I feels like dating apps, you're kind of just like going off of a profile and how attractive you find them on in a picture, which rarely ever equates to like real life attraction. Ain't no one tweaking out like that over that guy. That is valid. That is valid.
only know through the web leads to some weird encounters. One of these encounters happened when I accepted a date invite. It came from one of the shortest men I've ever seen. I have nothing against dating men that are shorter than me, but I get
Shortest
comfortable
man.
when they're
Why
too
didn't you
small
mention?
because I'm 5'11" and overweight. This guy was 5'4" and maybe weighed 115 pounds.
Oh shit, he's got the Mau Mau build.
Despite the severe size gap, he seemed like a genuinely nice guy, had a lot in common with me, and even seemed to have his life together. Many guys and girls throughout online dating service don't have jobs or cars, a house, or income of any kind. So when you meet someone who has all of those things, you definitely try to keep the conversation going. Well, we go to grab drinks at a bar. He's nice. We're having a good time. But eventually, he starts making odd comments
He does not look 5'4" and 115
about my
pounds.
height and how strong I looked. I thought maybe
Oh,
he was just
he
a little
wants a
socially
dummy
awkward, but
mommy.
hey, it didn't seem malicious. But he didn't stop. Every other word out of his mouth was a compliment regarding my size. It got more and more uncomfortable to the point I couldn't enjoy myself anymore. And in a weird backwards way, I understood what girls meant when they complained about being objectified. It's like you aren't a person at all. Toward the end of the date, he ends up telling me that he has a fetish around being picked up, lifted, and squeezed by
No,
large
on the first no space on the first date, he's like, I want uppies. Give me uppies.
women than him. He says there's nothing else that satisfies him, and it's been this way for many years.
Nothing else that satisfies him. That's kind of crazy.
Oh. Okay, well, some people have their thing, and at least I could kind of see what he was attracted to me physically for. So I agreed to a second date. Well, leading up to all of his messages, it started being about how he
She's
couldn't wait for me
downing
to
it.
lift him up in my big, strong arms, and how he wondered if I could lift him up over my head. Eventually, that was the only focus, and I'll admit I
Uppies
got
go crazy. Space, aren't you like 6'2"? Bro, you're permanently uppies by default. Like your head is like in the sky.
weirded out and politely told him I was no longer interested in him. He took it surprisingly well for someone so
Fine.
forward. I
He just said
was partly
fine.
expecting the classic clingy, you're the only one for me kind of behavior. I judged him way too soon.
After one
As he turned
date?
out to be somewhat of a classy guy, just a little shameless with his fetish. But that wasn't the weirdest. The worst? I matched with a guy on OkCupid, but we never actually got a chance to meet. There was never any mention of a date. We briefly talked, and then he kind of fell off by the wayside for a few months. One day, he reappears in my message request.
All this time and he can't even remember my height. Is it not 6'2"? Is it 6'1"? Or is it 6'3"? It's in that ballpark. after 6 foot, it's kind of just like, okay, you're tall, you know, until like 6'5", and then 6'5" and above, it's like, okay, you're freakishly tall.
Apologized for being absent, and explains that he was on another date with an OkCupid member for quite a while. No worries, that's what the service is for. He explains further.
You're 6'3". See, I was right. I can remember Mal's height, 1.3 inches. No. Incorrect. Try again. You get 3
That he
buzzers,
and the
and
other
then
girl
you're
have
out.
broken up, but are still talking from time to time. Okay, splendid. Where do I fall into all of this? Between the two of them, there was very little chemistry, but apparently the sex was really good. They wanted to know if I'd be interested in a threesome to help elevate their bedroom play.
Guys, read this message, okay? And I'm just like, no. That to me is so funny.
It was creepy,
Only
disparaging, and
valid
it got me off of
response.
dating services for quite some time. I had a happy ending, though.
Jonathan,
A
you're
long-term
selling. Why is everyone like tweaking
partner
out
and I
at the end?
met on OkCupid, and I couldn't be happier. You just have to weed through the wrong ones and the weirdos until you find the right one to fit.
Is this an OkCupid sponsorship or like paid ad? Which, if it is, it's not doing a great job because he's showing us all the weird people. Because it's scary dating stories,
I
duh.
used to have a
It's not even that scary. I expected like to run into a murderer or
job that
something.
was adjacent to sex work. It was completely legal, and it made me a decent wage and allowed for a lot of free time. Was it safe? Not really. Was it fun? Probably too much. I was at a strange point in my life where danger equated excitement. Now, since I was always having this casual fun through my line of work,
Me too, TBH. It's just these are not horror stories. People being freaky. What do you mean? Like, what are you
used a
saying? Me
lot of
too,
dating
too.
apps to
I
fill
don't
some of my
remember what I
time.
said.
I had it in my head, but work was work. These were guys that paid my bills, not anyone I'd ever consider getting involved with. I thought I'd just find a casual boyfriend through an app, not realizing this person probably wouldn't be cool with my lifestyle, just to put it plainly. I matched with the guy I was head over heels for.
Oh no, this
Without
is the guy you're head over heels for.
going into too much detail, he looked and talked like the guys I dreamt about. He was so tailored to my taste that I actually kept him a secret from my friends. I thought if I shared my discovery, it would tarnish it in some way. Like one of my friends might steal him from
I
underneath me
expected something dark, like murder or
before
something.
I could even meet
Yeah,
him.
right?
In hindsight, maybe I thought it was too good to be true. It's what I call getting love bombed, the honeymoon phase. Two people seeing the most perfect versions of one another.
Bruh. I can't tell you how much I have to say about the honeymoon phase. You know? No.
Long before anything can be spoiled by who they really are. I was getting love bombed bad. I wanted to talk to this guy at all hours, so it was starting to affect my job. Finally, we caved and just made
No,
plans.
but I've been there before.
No wasted time in
Wanting to
dinner
talk
or
to
a
someone
bar.
like
He gave me
literally
his
so
address,
much
and I
that you
dropped by
just
late one night after
don't
work.
do anything else
It was
your
explosive
whole
from the
day.
start. Literally from the moment
It's
we met at the
crazy.
door. It was raw and passionate. None of the sterile structure I had at work. Like I could really let go and to succumb to whatever I wanted to do with this guy. He changed as things got heavier, though. He started talking to me in a way I really didn't like. He'd talked dirty to me since we first started chatting, but this was a step beyond. It was mean and degrading, and honestly, a little scary. I thought you liked this, he said. I didn't really know what to say. He started telling me about where I worked and what I did while I was on the clock. Suddenly, I understood that this was a setup by someone who knew me from the club.
Oh
We were
no.
naked, interlocked in his bed with his hands around my throat. And in that moment,
Okay, see now
there was
this is
absolutely
actually
nothing I could
scary.
do but give in and try and survive. I'm gonna keep
What
this
the
part of the
heck?
story.
Hi, Bull. So I was watching some like body cam and like stuff, but crime stuff, but um I just wasn't really able to, you know, I don't have the mental capacity for it right now. So I found this,
Brief, as it's a
which
bad memory
is
for me,
very
horribly
creepy.
visceral, and a trigger for many others. The sex turned so violent that I was in and out of consciousness.
Oh
The
shit,
few
what the
people I
hell?
discussed it with just tell me that I passed out. When we're done, he insisted I spend the night. It was a traumatizing evening of waiting for the worst to happen. Would he beat me?
Bro.
Would he rape
Yeah,
me
it just
again?
got, it just went from 0 to 100. Jar, like we were talking about how there weren't any creepy stories. Well, I promise, like most of them, literally before you joined, were just normal, like, oh, she said something kind of weird. And then it just went from 0
I
to
didn't know what to
100.
expect, but knew what could happen. It was scary and nauseating to be there at all. When I finally got out, I went straight to my coworkers, who were not very supportive. Half of them didn't even believe me. The other half assured me it was just a misunderstanding. A few of them even knew the guy I was talking about and promised me that he'd never do that. It was
Why
awful
they
to escape
look
that
like-
situation.
I don't know, the
only to
animation's
find myself
weird.
the villain on the outside. Next, I went to my real
I'm
friends.
gonna go
People I
shower.
knew outside my line of work.
Okay.
They knew
Thank
what
you
I
for
did
the
for a
lurk.
living and kind of blamed it on that. Said I shouldn't have made myself available for situations like that.
That's actually
It
crazy
was
though.
my
Like,
first experience with a victim blaming me
imagine
early
being choked out and like experiencing something that traumatic, and you're trying to tell people, and they're like, eh, you know? Doesn't this happen to you on a daily?
thousands. That left me alone with my worst fears. I decided to go to the clinic and get tested. It was something I could do within my power that would yield pragmatic results. I didn't know what that guy did to me. Was I pregnant? Did I now have an STD? Finding out would bring me at least a little bit of peace. I went and did the testing, then lingered in the waiting room for a few of the quicker results. It was quiet and kind of cozy in there, so I didn't hesitate to nest myself amongst the fuzzy chairs, old magazines, and ratty stuffed animals. I zoned out on my phone and took a little solace in being able to hide out for a minute. It didn't last very long, however.
Meow.
Phone screen.
Oh my god.
I saw
Thank
some
you so
familiar
much for
text,
the
something
follow,
equivalent
Charlie Not Smiling Friends. Welcome. Thank you for the follow.
of mine shared. It was a screenshot photo of my Tinder profile, alongside one of the texts I'd sent to
Even I wouldn't date that girl. Um, you know what? Fair.
a friend of mine. Somehow, the guy that abused me got a hold of those texts and made a meme out of the entire situation.
Damn,
I
that's
broke
crazy.
down right there in the lobby, silently wept to myself. There was nothing I could do, 100% out of moves. I got out of my career field not long after. The scariest part about the whole ordeal was how no one took me seriously because of my profession. I was pigeonholed in this weird, self-created
11 people here to not watch you. They watching true crime. Actually, this is probably gonna be the last one, and then I'm gonna play some ranked rivals and get my ass handed to me. Hell yeah.
hell, purely by my line of work.
I hate
Don't ever let
ads.
anyone tell you how
I'm so
things are just
sorry.
because of your lifestyle. All of my results came back negative. Aside from the emotional damage, nothing stuck. fell
I
off
gotta
his
make
radar
I
after a
gotta
few
make that
weeks, and he moved on
2 cents off of
to another
AdSense, you know?
victim. Don't make the same mistakes that I did. Don't fall for the fake chivalry. Don't go out expecting others to pay. Don't go home with strangers. And above all else,
What the helly?
don't trust dating apps.
Don't go out with strangers. Don't trust dating apps. Oh shit, you don't have to tell me twice. All right.